All right. Hello, everybody. It's Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations, and this is an impromptu live. I was just sitting here and I was looking at this, and I thought, well, I could use it as a uh, basis for a little page in my tiny little autumn journal that I'm trying to get filled up for 2025. So this will be a 2-year autumn journal, 2024 and 2025. And we've been adding some pages. That's the one I did last on the 22nd. Hi, Teresa. So I'm going to use this, but I wanted to show how I got the shape with just a punch. So I've got some more orange paper here. And what you do is you punch the center one first. So just punch an oval out. And you can save that and use it as a component. And then you can just shift your punch a little bit and punch again that way, and then shift it and punch again this way, and then you end up with the pumpkin shape. And now what you've got these where you could utilize these and just stick them next to each other like so, and you can make a pumpkin with those. And by doing it this way, you don't have different layers underneath the pumpkin. But what I was going to try to use this, hi Pam, as a something we would fill in. So I'm just going to get 3 different orange papers out and punch. So that could go in the middle. And then I'll get another one. Let's see what I got here. Well, that won't work. Digging through here. Maybe a piece of this prompt gain piece. I'll just punch out down here maybe. And one more. Be nice if I could find one that was a little bit more orange. Oh, there we go. This is, oh, that's an envelope. Never mind. Well, we could use part of this envelope. And this looks like an envelope that's had a napkin put over it. And what if we just punch this piece right here? Like so. And so now we could actually use that thin one there, and I'm going to glue the base down and then fit this inside it. So we got to glue that down, and then we'll put those in and then put this one on top of those, and we have this fancy pumpkin. And that was my idea to do. And you could do it with a small circle punch the same way. So to make a small circle when you fat pumpkin, do your center and then just shift your punch over. Oh, he's going to be a fat pumpkin. And see, now I've got a little pumpkin there, and I could come back and punch out pieces of paper the same way and do a fat orange pumpkin, or, just adjust how much you go over. So maybe just go over just like a half a moon. There you go. So we could fill that up with colored circles, and then you could use all these pieces to form other pumpkins. So use your oval and circle punches to make pumpkins. It's real easy. So I have moved my whole room, and most of my room. I did not move this desk or the file cabinet that's holding the desktop box computer. I didn't move that, but most everything else around it got moved. I turned my cutting table all the way around, so the drawers are now on this side instead of a door. My my carts are like right next to me. So I might do a short showing the new setup once I get it finished cleaned up. All right, so I want my gluing magazine, which is just a AARP thing. And I'm just going to glue this whole thing to my page, and trying to be mindful. I want to leave a border because I didn't put any of my blue tape down this time. But I thought we could do this real quick. And I'm just going to kind of glue this here. My book is starting to get a little on the chunky side. And I'm going to glue the thicker papered pieces down first inside this frame. You could ink these too if you wanted to. Scott just sneezed. Sorry about that. It's allergy season. And then we'll glue this one into the frame. And I saw Lori is on, so I don't want to be on too long. I like to do shorter, just jump in, jump out, and get some things accomplished so you guys don't have to hang with me for hours on end. There's so many people on. I don't like to do lengthy spots anymore because we all have things to do, right? I still haven't made our bed. I'm still in PJs. I told Scott this is the kind of day where I just want to stay in my PJs. We'll probably get over to his, you can use a circle punch too, Anne. You just have short, fat pumpkins. And she'll say, I haven't been anywhere. I haven't done anything. She said, I guess I should go get dressed. And I always tell her, I said, don't worry about it. You're here by yourself. Nobody's going to fuss at you for not getting dressed today. That's the beauty of being at home. You don't have to put clothes on unless you really want to. Now, see, what I should have done is added a stem up there. But I just thought this would be a cute, quick page. I can always just draw the stem, can't I? There we go. And then we can add some doodles and such. You know what I don't like about these Scotch permanent glue sticks is that you get all these strings of glue. It's like using hot glue gun, but not with the glue gun. Yeah, I punched these out. These are circled ones, and I'll just quickly punch out some pieces and fit them in so you can see what they'd look like with circle punch. So like, we'll punch this out, and maybe see if I can get in here and get this other orange piece. And then we'll get an couple orange off this. Oh, I hate that when this punch does that. Callie's leaving the building. We'll still use that. We'll just put the part that got stuck underneath something else. This punch is driving me bonkers. So we need, I can fix those with a pair of scissors too. And then I had used that one. Oh, and then some of this. There's a piece. There's a piece. Let's see. Let me cut these. And we'll just put these on a piece of paper to maybe use on another project. The ovals do make a more pumpkin-y, tall pumpkin, like a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. But you could make these smaller ones and pretend they're pie pumpkins. There you go. So I'll put some brown paper here that could be make for a cool background. And I'm not worried if it's cut straight or anything, because I'm just doing some examples here. And I can always trim them. Actually, you can trim this down a little bit more, so I can get both of these on here. I'm so tickled you have a roof, Anne. It's like, yay. Anne has a roof over her head once more. Let's trim some off the bottom edge of this. All right, and I'm going to get my handy dandy thing back here. Put some glue here. Let's see. Hi, Mina. Yes, wispy little ringlets. Oh, it's sticking to me. Okay, let's stick that down, and then we'll glue this one up, stick it down. Callie, I'll let you out in a minute, honey. Oh. I might stick these in with the Happy Mail card I'm going to mail out to somebody, and you all can decide what to do with it. But all you got to do is leave a comment under my post on my post section, and I'm going to draw a name on Monday morning to give away the little autumn hello card. And I can stick these two pumpkins in that. All right. So now I'm going to fold this so I don't get more glue everywhere. And I can fill these in. And stick that one into that side of the pumpkin. These will turn out just as cute as having an oval if you don't have an oval punch. Use what you have. And we'll stick him in there. And if you don't want it to build up under there, like on these, you could kind of set this in and maybe cut some of this off one side with just a pair of scissors. Let's see what luck I have doing that. Or I could have just punched it differently. It's okay. I'm just going to cut this like right there, because these two are real thick, and because I don't have them enough space between them, I'm afraid it would make the pumpkin look weird. So, wow, that's a lot of glue. And let's see, I could have trimmed it even a little bit more, but that's okay. And this one I can just put the glue on and stick it down. Oh, the little girls that were missing that I spoke about in our crafting chat, they were all found safe. So yay for that. And that was overlapping a little, but I'm not going to worry about it. And I still think, oh, you know what? I left the crappy circles for the top. Let's see if I can even that out a little bit. Where my punch failed. And if you ink your edges of your circles, that would give the pumpkin dimension too. Okay. I could always cut a stem and stick it at the top on this one if I wanted to. Okay. Put some more glue on here. There we go. All right. So there's those two. All right. Come back to we'll let those dry a minute. Thanks for the thumbs up. All right. So now we can do, maybe, if this thing will work. And then we could do a little border. My pumpkin looks like it's floating, so we need to do something about that. Can't have no floating pumpkins. Well, we can, but you have to make up the story about a floating pumpkin then. All right, I like to do the little swiggly borders. And then we'll put a border on this one. This one is bothering me because this part here is exposed. All right, now I'm going to cut these apart. And these will get tucked in that card. Oh, that's got glue on it. Let's fold that up and throw it in the trash. All right. So now if I really wanted to, I've got these to gift here, but then I've got all these components here that could be put together on a piece of paper. So that could be a pumpkin there. Just you reuse the pieces that you punched out. And then we've got these two little fat pumpkins there and there. So maybe we'll get some more of that brown paper and I'll just glue these down and you'd have these. See, this one's not as good because I didn't get a big enough pumpkin-y bits to it. So let me get another piece of that brown paper, or maybe we should do, I guess the brown will do. And I'll just cut a piece. These are very random cuts, so. I could almost add this little pumpkin here, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to send those, and then I'll send these. I'm thinking about what can I do to finish my page off. I can add a quote and maybe just draw some lines underneath that one. So if you punch out the center and then just move your punch over, what you punch out will be an exact fit for the edge of this piece. Might be time for a new glue stick. And then I guess I'll have to get dressed. Ugh. Just like that. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Sorry. Trying to leave enough space where we can cut these apart if you wanted to. It's looking like rain here, but so far that's all it's done is look like rain. And I might cut out some black cats or something that could be paired with these jack-o'-lanterns. Cut out a variety of different things to stick in the envelope. And I'll show the card and envelope because I've decorated an envelope, and then I made the card yesterday, and I said, oh, I'm going to give this away on my post page. It's just if you leave a comment, I'm going to need your address. So be prepared for me to ask for it. If you don't really want to give out your address, then there's really no point in saying you'd like Happy Mail, because I can't mail it if I don't have an address. Most everybody that comes to my lives, I already have your addresses from previous swappy bits. And I don't give out addresses to just any old buddy. All right, where is my pen? So should I leave them like that? And then you can, I might leave these like this, and then you can cut them out however you want and then add your own stems. Or would it be better for me to add the stems for you? Let me cut them apart and just add the stems. I didn't do very good about leaving enough space here. Let's cut from this way instead of trying to turn, Becky. Come on. Use brain cells. I think my self-rising flour is past its date. My biscuits didn't turn out as good as they normally do this morning. Sundays are special bread day. I think biscuits, waffles, that kind of thing on Sundays. All right, I'm going to go like this, and then you can cut it farther maybe. Or trim it closer, whatever you decide to do. You could trim it real close up around the pumpkin and then cut the stem out at the same time. So I'll draw a stem on here. But I'll leave the curly Q off. And then you could do where the pumpkin is, you can always add lines like this. If you do sketchy lines, it's better than trying to be perfectly straight, because then you don't have to fake it till you make it. You just do a sketchy line around, and it comes out looking better. Excuse Callie while she just comes through. There we go. And then what I would do is just trim around real close. Basically cut away some of the brown. So that's how you can use your punches. There you go. So I'm going to leave the smaller ones just like this, and then you can draw your own stem on it and then cut them out. How does that sound? I'll send this as an example, and then whoever gets the card will get those. So I want to finish my page, but I will tuck these pumpkins here and these two pumpkins in with my card, which here's the card that I made yesterday. Not on camera, I just made it sitting here watching something. And then this was the envelope I'm going to put it in. So if you would like a chance to win this with the little bits tucked in, leave a comment on the post, on my post section here on my channel. All right. So I want to add a quote to this, and I'll include a sheet of my quotes that I made up, because I know not everybody has a printer to print these off, but you can print them off. They're on my page there too. Since we're almost out of October, I'm going to use this. If coziness had a color, it would be October. My hands are having issues today. Don't know why. I've already dropped things twice, and yeah, been a bit of a crazy morning. And I can't seem to sleep past 5 anymore. I've been up about 5 o'clock both days. And 9 o'clock seems to be my I got to go to bed time. So I'm just going to cut these apart here. And the back peels off of these. And if you don't cut it short like I just did there, it's real easy to get it started like that. And then cut that off. And then this is ready to be stuck down. This one I'll have to dig at a little bit. Oh, and I want to leave my border. Put it there. Nope, I want to put it all up here. But you can still get these off. Sometimes I have to use my pokey tool to get the backing paper to come loose. There we go. Don't cut your nails before you deal with these. All right, there's that. All right, here we go. And I guess I'll just color in a ground underneath my pumpkin, just with some little scratchy lines. So he doesn't look like he's floating. And again, I could put we could do some sketchy lines on these to draw out the different sections and to hide the fact that I didn't get that perfectly even. And then maybe a squiggly line like that. And there you go. So there's my little journal page. And then here's what I'll send to somebody with the card. And these, I'll let these set up. And then you just put your own stem on and cut it out. These two out any way you want. You can cut it out like I did this one. And I can write, because Lala fussed at me, I'll just put Aunt Beck on the back. You didn't sign it, she said. Even the ones that are made with the pretty paper here, if you don't want the orange border, feel free to cut them out. It doesn't matter to me. I want you to use them any old way you want to. There, I wrote Aunt Beck on the back of each one. I don't know which way that goes. You decide. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I'll clean up my mess. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye.